So here we go. Hey kitties, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I'm Marilyn and I'm bringing you all things beauty, fashion, lifestyle, a little bit of fragrance. So if you like that kind of stuff, please get in the house, close the door, and take your shoes off. Okay, kitties, so we're getting into a little bit of makeup. I have a makeup review for you. There's been some launches that I have been very interested in, getting a little excited about makeup again. And not that I never was not excited, it's just that it wasn't that many things coming out that I felt I needed to get. Now this, a good blush, I'm on board. Morphe came out with what's called their Cheek Thrills. Yeah, this is the packaging, but it's called the Cheek Thrills blush. It comes with 3 different formulas in one package. It retails for $19 and they had multiple shades. I can tell that they really thought about every single complexion when it came to the shades. Now I only chose one because, you know, self-control really came through for me that day, because I do love blush and I love packaging and I love pretty things. But I don't need to overspend if I don't really have to. So I did pick one shade that I don't have in my collection, or I don't have too many of in my collection. So they had in the collection, they had great shades. There's pinky shades, there's peachy shades, there's a rosy pink shade, there's a red shade, a wine shade, literally a great blush for any complexion in my opinion. And the packaging of this, of course, we all notice it's very similar to One Size, where they have the 3 different formulas, but in One Size they have 2 powders and 1 cream. In the Morphe collection they have a satin cream, a luminous balm, which is more of a highlighting shade, and then the velvet powder, which I like. Now, although the packaging is similar to One Size, it's also similar to Patrick Ta, and the shades to me are very similar to the ones that Patrick Ta has. I have one Patrick Ta blush here and it's in the shade Left on Red. So just to kind of compare the packaging, when I open them both up, I really love the Morphe packaging. Like I love this M on the front. Like I just love this M. Obviously, I love the letter M since my name is Marilyn, you know, so it's kind of like, oh, mine's is personalized, you know. I open it up, they both have a mirror. Morphe has a larger mirror. As you can see, I don't want to blind you, but Morphe has a larger mirror. And they both have this tab here that protects the cream products that you can just sort of lift up. They both have that, just like the Patrick Ta packaging. So you can see here, this is my Left on Red shade. They also had a really pretty red shade, but of course I didn't need to get that one because I have this. And if this formula is just as good as this, it is going to be a dupe, because this retails for $38, so almost $40 compared to a $19 blush with 1 extra formula, okay? Because this comes with 3 different formulas. So we're gonna go ahead and try it out today. The shade that I picked up is called Beach Bonfire. This is a coral shade, like a corally pink, or a coral peachy shade rather. So we're gonna try that on. I just felt like most people my complexion is probably gonna go for like the red and the wine color, and a lot of people my complexion probably won't be going for this peachy shade. So I figured this would be a great one to review, and I don't have a lot of peach blushes, so and they don't come with this golden highlight. So these are the 3 shades. Let's lift it up. Okay, so this is the cream blush. Here is the balm highlight, which I love, and the powder, the velvet powder. Okay, so I think I'm going to do the cream, then do the powder, and then do the highlight on top of that and see how that looks. So I have my makeup on right now at the base. I have powder on my face, I have everything set, and we're going to go on top of that and see how this formula performs. So let's just go ahead and get into it. All right, so I'm going to grab my BK Beauty N17. This is from the Nikki LaRose palette or collection. These brushes are expensive, but they're very good. They were sent to me in PR, so I didn't actually pay for them, but they're expensive, but they are phenomenal brushes. I kid you not. I'm gonna swatch the blush first. So I'm gonna swatch the cream blush on my finger, and I hope this looks good on my skin. So this is the shade on my hands here. You know what, let me do this. So this is the shade, the peachy shade. We'll see how it looks on my skin tone. Now we're gonna swatch the Balmy highlight. I'm just gonna swatch this here. This is the highlight on this finger. Which finger? This finger, yeah, that's the highlight. Swatch the blush. The powder blush is so velvety and creamy. I like that, baby, and I hope this don't look ashy on me. So, and this is the powder blush. So I really love this shade. So I'm gonna start with the cream side on this side of my brush. This is a dual-sided brush, so the cream products I put on this side. And this brush sort of fits perfectly in here. Anything larger would be too much. So here. Let me blend this out because, well, let me blend it out because right now it's looking a mess. Okay, it's a nice subtle, at first I thought it was gonna give ash, girl, but you know what? I think when we take our steps, all 3 steps, it's gonna come out good, but let's just go ahead and finish it up. Let me put a little bit more. So it's like a nice wash of color. It's not too much. It's a very muted color on my skin tone, but it still shows up and I do like it. And this is great for a natural. So I'm glad I got this because I don't really have a shade exactly like this. All right, so I'm gonna go in and do the other side. Honestly, I feel like this particular cream blush, anything darker than my shade probably, or anyone darker than my complexion, it'll probably be ashy at first with this particular shade, but let's see what it does when we add or set it with the powder. But right now it looks pretty, it looks natural, it looks glowy. It does give me a springtime vibe, so I do like that. I just hope it's enough color to pick up on the camera. This color really gives me like a fresh look. Okay, I really do like this. It's a very subtle, super natural on me. All right, so now I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to go for the powder. So I'm going for the powder. Okay. Oh, okay. This looks really good. It's like it's supposed to be a coral peach. Maybe if I was a lighter complexion, it would look like that. But right now, this is like a muted natural pink, and I hope you guys can see it. Put a little bit in my nose. I feel like I can kind of go crazy with this color. Like I can go higher up because it's such a muted pink. It gives the slightest wash of color. I think I can get away with like over blushing, really. It really does look nice. All right, so far the color just looks sweet. I just look like a sweet girl with this color. And I really do like it. I'm glad I chose this color because this really does not look like anything that I have. Most of the blushes that I have are a little bit brighter in color, although they may be not extremely vibrant. This is the most muted blush that I have, and I'm really glad I got this. This is a great clean makeup shade, clean makeup look type of blush for my complexion. Now if you're lighter, it's going to come off more peachy, more orangey on your complexion. Because I'm a dark complexion, this just looks muted and it really does look subtle and very understated, and I do like that. All right, so now we have one more step to go, and that is the luminous balm. So what am I going to use to apply that? Should I use a brush? BK Beauty 114 brush, and I'm just going to tap it, lighting shade, and go up here. Okay, so I don't know if I like this highlight much because it's glittery. Like you can see, I can see glitter particles versus like a sheen. I prefer, let me use my finger. Let's try my finger. I don't know, I'm not that into the luminous balm because it's chunky. You know what I mean? Like, look, if you guys can see, it's like really like chunky pieces of glitter. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. It doesn't look bad. I just prefer more of a sheen versus, you know, glitter. But I'm just gonna tap it on. I'm gonna go with it and see what it looks like. It does add a nice glow. but I'm the type of person to prefer more of a sheen because I do have textured skin here in my cheeks, so I don't want anything glittery or too chunky because to me it stands out and it accentuates pores. So I did put it up a little higher on my cheeks because I did not want that to happen. I'm going to grab a little bit of the balm, like a little tiny bit, and put it on my nose just to highlight a bit, like right here on the tip and like right there, and then just blend it out. That looks good. I'm also gonna, you know what? I'm gonna make this a look. So let me put a little bit of the balm here. Do a lip combo. I'm gonna put a little bit of the cream blush on my lips, and so my cheeks look nice and glowy. Also my nose does because I put a little bit of the highlight, which I do like it on my nose. It actually looks really pretty. So it's looking cute. I'm gonna do a lip combo with the blush. I'm gonna first put my liner on. This is the Maybelline Lifter Liner. This is in the shade Across the Line. And I love this mirror. The mirror is really good. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into the cream blush, the one that was at the top. I'm gonna put a little bit of that on my lips, just a little. Then I'm gonna go for a little bit of the Luminous Balm in the center. Add a little glossiness. This is the Glossy Balm by ColourPop. It's in the shade Dough. It's like a nude shade. I'm just gonna put it on top. Guys, so this is what it looks like. I actually really do like this blush. At first, I was kind of like, uh-oh girl, you made a mistake. But this is nice and subtle. Like I said before, it's actually a little understated. It just looks sweet, you know, like a nice muted shade of pink with that little bit of golden glow. I think is extremely flattering on my skin tone. So if you are my skin tone and lighter, I would say it's good. Darker than me, I think it'll get a little washed out because the pigment, it shows on me, but barely. But I do like that understated look when it comes to this type of blush, and I don't really have a blush that looks like this, so that was a win for me. The formula is extremely lightweight. It doesn't feel like, the balm doesn't feel greasy. I do have oily skin, but I don't see this getting too oily, hopefully not. I'm curious to see what it would look like if I went over the balm with the blush powder, and I'm going to do that just to see. Will it still show like the sheen through the powder? And it does. And I like the way this looks better actually. So I'm just tapping the powder blush over all those steps we did. Yeah, I absolutely think this formula is worth it. I love the way this looks, and we did a really cute lip combo with it. For $19, I absolutely think this is worth it. It comes with 3 different formulas: a powder, a cream blush, as well as a luminous balm. And I love how the highlight looks. I would prefer if it didn't have any glitters or anything chunky in it. I like just a sheen. However, when I put the powder over it, it's more my speed, and I really do love that. Morphe, enter the chat. Morphe has entered the chat. They said don't call it a comeback because they've been here. All right, kitty, so hopefully you enjoyed that video. If you do have these blushes, let me know what you think about them, or if you plan on getting them. They have beautiful colors for literally every single complexion. Somebody has a blush in that collection. They thought this one through. Okay, so I definitely highly recommend it, and it's half the price of the blushes that they look like they're duping. So it's half the price of a Patrick Ta blush. His blushes are almost $40. I have just one. Yeah, just one. Which one of these are you gonna get? All right, kitties, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video. Be sure to subscribe. Come back, watch another video. Bye.